Hey guys, so I am back with another speaking video where I just chat on the microphone about a topic that I've been thinking about. The last one I did was the No Spend November challenge where I'm going to be saving my money this month. So if you guys want to check that out, that is on my channel. But I also wanted to talk about some more topics related to frugal habits and how I saved money in 2024. So as I said in my last video, I am over $100,000 in debt and I do have a job lined up in a couple weeks, but until then, I'm just doing my best to save money. Because I have been living on student loans for the last 2 years or so, I've really been changing my behavior when it comes to spending money, and this year I made some significant changes that helped me save thousands of dollars. So I wanted to share those with you today. I just came up with 25 things I did to save money. Most of these relate to what I stopped buying and how I kind of de-influenced myself to not spend on items that I don't need. So I did make a 25 topic list here of the things I did to save money this year. So let's just go through it one by one together, and hopefully this will help you guys save money, whether it's to pay off debt or if you're just trying to save for the holidays, saving for retirement, whatever the reason is, these habits will all help you guys save money this year, especially since times are changing. We just had a new president elected, so maybe that will bring on some economic changes. But there's a lot of uncertainty right now, so I think the best bet is just to save money. And this will also bring about happiness in other ways, like focusing on the things that really matter, like family time, memories, experience. There's a lot more to consumerism, and it's just not a good way to build long-term happiness. So let's just get started on this list here. So the number one thing I stopped doing in 2024 to save money is cutting down on fast food, takeout, and food delivery apps like Uber Eats. So I used to do this a lot in 2023. I used Uber Eats and delivery services to deliver food to my apartment because I was really busy studying for exams sometimes, and I was just too exhausted to cook for myself or go pick something up, so I would order it in. This definitely wasted a lot of money because I ended up paying a lot more when I ordered food, whereas if I just cooked something at home, I would have not only saved money on the grocery items themselves, but the delivery fees and all that. So a normal $10 to $15 meal, if you were to pick it up in person, would cost around $25 to $30 on Uber Eats, and that was just not a good way to spend money when I could have made something at home that would have been more healthy and would probably nourish me better than a fast food takeout meal. So the next three things that I stopped doing to save money in 2024 are all related. So these have to do with beauty salon treatments. Number two is getting my nails done. Number three is not getting my hair done. And four is my eyebrow waxing appointments. So I have stopped doing all of these and I now just do this at home. So for my hair, I just cut my own hair. This is the haircut that I really like to wear. It's just a layered look in the front, and I didn't want my hair too long because it tends to look healthier when it's shorter, so I just trimmed the edges. I have my boyfriend help me with this, but I have done it myself as well. So this just saves me hundreds of dollars a year because I used to get my hair done every 6 weeks or so. I also used to have my hair bleached blonde. So as you can tell, there is a transition of my natural hair, which is the darker shade, and then it transitions into a light shade. So this actually used to be completely bleach blonde, but I did have it darkened over time as well. But my goal is to grow out my natural hair so that I don't have to continue dyeing it, and it's also healthier to have your natural hair because I did find that the bleach damaged my hair, made it look more fine and broken. I'm no longer getting my nails done. As you can see, my nails are just natural right now. I do my nails for holidays or for special occasions, like if I'm going out with friends or a family reunion type thing, but I just use regular nail polish. I just have a few colors that I use, usually neutral shades that go with any outfit, and I just do them myself and it looks good for about 3 days, and then I usually have my nails with no polish on them as much as I can. I also trim my eyebrows at home. I just have an electric razor that I use to trim my eyebrows, and this also saves me hundreds of dollars every year. Another thing I stopped doing is going to Dollar Tree just for the purpose of spending money. I would often go there to look at the home decor section, also the beauty products, and I would end up spending $30 to $40 on things that I could have done without and were just impulse purchases in order to give me that instant gratification. I really started asking myself, is this something I want or is this something I need, to differentiate if I really needed to buy something or it was probably a waste of money. I found that most of the things in Dollar Tree I could go without, and there wasn't a true need for buying these things, and a lot of what I bought just ended up cluttering up my apartment and I ended up giving away eventually. I also stopped purchasing home decor. So the past 2 years I've been reusing home decor that I already have. It still brings me joy to decorate my home for the holidays. For example, this year for fall, I decorated in a fall themed, just using things that I already had. I'm no longer going to Dollar Tree or home decor stores to add to this collection because I really just have what I need and I don't think I need to overdo it with the home decor. I will also be decorating my home for Christmas, so if you guys want to see that, just subscribe to my channel and stay tuned because I will be making a Christmas decor video just using things that I already own. I also stopped buying clothes. So I usually do a thorough decluttering of my closet about 2 to 3 times per year, and I've just been finding over and over again that I really have as much clothes that I need. I have things for every occasion, and most of the time I just wear comfortable clothes like these tank tops or a t-shirt or just a comfortable sweatpants set in the winter. I only really dress up when I'm going to go out of the house, go see friends, but I've just found that I'm content with what I own and I don't want to spend more money on things that I don't need and will just end up adding more clutter to my closet. I often would shop at stores like Shein for clothing, which I do really love their fashion pieces, but I've just found that it's really easy to spend a lot more money than you really need on that website because they make their clothing items so cheap and they're usually really cute, trendy styles that I really gravitate to, but I don't necessarily need. A helpful tip that I found with online shopping, like on Shein or Amazon, is to create wish lists by hearting the item that you're interested in or like, but don't add things to your cart. Then you can hold off on purchasing the items that you hearted and just wait until later. And usually what I found is that the more time goes on, I end up never purchasing these items. I never revisit the website and I usually move on to something else. So this helps me with impulse buying online. Number 7 is I stopped purchasing coffee at coffee shops like Starbucks or local cafes. We've been making coffee at home with a cold brew press from Walmart. I did a shorts video on this showing how I do this, so I will link that below as well. But it's just a simple cold brew maker where you add coffee grounds and water. You let this soak in the refrigerator for 12 to 24 hours. You press it down when it's time to drink, and then you have some delicious cold brew coffee. So this is so simple, and we just get regular great value coffee grounds from Walmart. So this does the trick for us, and we don't mind how it tastes. We usually use some zero sugar creamer, and this is a great money saving alternative to buying coffee. Number 8 is I stopped going out with friends specifically to spend money. So I noticed a pattern where every time I would go out with friends, we would end up spending money, whether it was getting food at a restaurant, going to an entertainment type event like a fashion show where there was fees to spend money. Every time we would go out with friends, it was always a bill at the end of the encounter. And I just realized that this isn't really necessary. So there's other free activities to enjoy with friends. You can go over each other's homes and maybe cook or bake something that you were going to anyway. You can just talk with each other and catch up. You can go for a walk in a park or just explore nature. So there's a lot of things to do that don't necessarily require spending money like at a restaurant or some other event. I also stopped buying makeup and beauty products. I did buy a few things here and there, maybe for Halloween or a special occasion. But I found that once you have a few staple items, you don't really need a lot else or use a bunch of colors of lipstick. I find that I have a few shades of lipstick that look good on me, and then I have 2 types of foundations and just a few other products to do a simple makeup look when the occasion arises. I also stopped wearing makeup as frequently because this would just cause it to run out sooner and I would have to buy replacements. I now only wear makeup about once or twice a week. A major money-saving change that I made is stop buying candles and perfumes. I used to go to Bath & Body Works and try to get the best deals there, but I ended up spending more money than I probably could have if I just bought a candle at Walmart. The candles at Bath & Body Works would be $10 to $25 each, whereas you can get the same smelling candles at Walmart for $5 or $6, or you could just go without and open up the windows to freshen the home or boil some spices on the stove. I now only have a few high-end perfumes that were gifted to me for the holidays or birthdays, and I don't have all of the body sprays that I used to use or the lotions. The fragrances in these are super strong, and I just find that not everybody enjoys that, and it's just an unnecessary chemical that your body is absorbing. So now for lotion, I just make an at-home shea butter and cocoa butter lotion with olive oil, and this really helps to moisturize my skin, and it is an unscented natural alternative. Number 12 is I canceled my monthly subscriptions. So I used to subscribe to Amazon Prime and a few others. I went into my Apple subscriptions in the settings and I unsubscribed from all of the apps that I had. Now the only monthly subscription I have is Planet Fitness, but that is something that I use very frequently and it is an investment in my health, so I'm just deciding to keep that. But everything else I deleted and I have been okay without. I also used to go to Orange Theory Fitness, so this is a high energy workout class that was about $90 to $100 a month. So I canceled that just because I've been getting great workouts at Planet Fitness for the past year and a half. I find that if I really want to do cardio, I know what to do already, so I can do it on my own at this point. I also stopped buying highly processed foods. I eat a lot more clean now and I just eat very simply, like produce, whole grains, and meat. I find that when I would purchase more processed packaged foods like chips, crackers, anything that's in a package, it was just an unnecessary expense and something that probably wasn't real food. It was more of a manufactured product. I still do buy some processed foods, but I would say 80 to 90% of my diet is unprocessed foods that are just fresh ingredients. I've also cut down a lot on my sugar and carb intake. When I do consume carbs, it's usually whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, or fruit like kiwi or apple. I rarely eat chips or cookies or anything like that unless I'm baking something at home. Another thing I stopped doing is purchasing alcohol or THC products. So gas stations do sell THC gummies here, which are very popular. I have done these in the past and I just find that it's not something I want to continue as an added expense. It's really unnecessary to consume alcohol and THC products, and it actually decreases motivation and energy levels over time. So if you can avoid doing these things or purchasing these products, it will actually save you in the long run and probably improve your mood and productivity. Another thing I stopped doing is taking my dog somewhere for baths or nail clippings. I do this myself and I no longer take my dog to a pet store to give her a bath. I also stopped purchasing office supplies, so I found that I would purchase notebooks and pens unnecessarily. When I just realized that I had everything I needed for school, it made it easier to say no to purchasing more, and it also freed up space in my closet. I'm also no longer getting massages. So I used to have really bad tension in my neck and back, so I would pay for massages, which were anywhere from $70 to $100 each. I stopped doing this because I have a device at home that I use for massaging my neck and shoulders, which really helps. And I also use the Hydra massage beds at Planet Fitness, so I found that this is a good replacement to spending $70 to $90 every month or so. I also started packing my lunches to work or school and not purchasing lunch at the cafeteria. So obviously this has helped me save money and it's also helped me eat cleaner. I tend to do a huge meal prep over the weekend and maybe one more time throughout the week, and this just helps me have an endless supply of food stocked up in my fridge just to easily easily pack and take with me wherever I need to go. Another thing I started doing is writing down my purchases. So I just have a composition notebook where each day I write down things I spent money on. I also have a separate sheet where I track grocery purchases just so I can see how much we're spending in a month. This just helps me be more mindful of where my money is going so that I don't forget about it and continue to spend more and more money. Along with writing down my purchases, I'm also in the habit now of creating budgets for myself. I just have a notebook for this, nothing fancy, and I just write out my monthly necessities. I write down the income for the month and I try to set myself limits for what I want to spend. And this also helps me keep track of what bills are coming up and what I need to remember to pay for the month. I've also started to do a no spend challenge, so I'm going to continue to do this. If you guys want to check out my no spend November video that I posted, that will be on my channel, and that's just a no spend challenge where I'm only sticking to bare necessities this month to save money. I also stopped watching haul and shopping videos. So I used to watch Dollar Tree hauls and shop with me videos, and I found that this just encouraged me to shop more and buy things that I don't need. I also just started sticking up for myself more and saying no to sales tactics. So anytime I felt pressured to buy something or to make an impulse purchase, I just found myself really contemplating that more and saying no when someone was trying to get me to purchase something. The last thing I wrote down is just choosing free hobbies. So I've cut back on the activities that cost money because you don't need to spend money on hobbies. A lot of my joy just comes from the gym or going out in nature, taking my dog for a walk, and spending time with family. I find that the most enjoyable things are the things that don't require purchasing something, and I just feel like my life has become more rich just focusing on the things that really matter, like spending time with family, focusing on my career and helping others, my long-term goals, keeping my house organized and tidy, and just creating those positive memories. So I hope you guys enjoyed this saving money tips video. This is how I saved a lot of money in 2024. These are some things that I cut back on that have improved my life in several ways. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more frugal tips and money saving habits. I'm also going to be doing more conversation type videos where I talk into the microphone about various topics that come to mind. So if you guys want to share your thoughts in any ways, just comment below and I would love to open up the discussion, and you guys can share any tips or tricks you have for saving money as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.